I was able to tell the minister that this is not possible, and why this is not possible, they were always in agreement with me. गांधी जी ने एक बार बोला था कि जब भी आप पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में कुछ भी करो तो एक तावीज रखो अपने पास, सोचो कि इस रुपया में मेरे पास हाथ में है पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर की तौर से, तो इससे मैं कुछ भी करूं तो लास्ट पर्सन को क्या बेनिफिट होगा, ये सोचोगे तो आप कभी भूल नहीं कर पाओगे, यू विल नेवर फेल। हमारे शास्त्रों में जो कहा गया है कि गाय संस्कृति की और रूरल इकोनॉमी की बेस है, ये सही बात है, ये मैंने एक्सपीरियंस खुद से कर लिया। एन आईएएस ऑफिसर कैन चेंज द course of future for his district. The country is entering into a new phase, a phase of development, encouragement, enthusiasm, exposure to the world market and world economy, world politics, और देश का नाम अच्छा हो रहा है।
I am your host Govt of Gujarat and we welcome all our viewers to our show Amazing Mentor. Today with us is Dr. Dinesh Brahmbhatt, an IAS officer. He is an ex-secretary to Govt of Gujarat, worked in Govt of Gujarat for 22 years as Class 1 officer and 14 years as an IAS officer. He has been on different postings like DG of Institute for Public Policy and Strategic Studies, ED of a National Fed for Rural Development, Chairman of Board of Advisors of a multi-speciality hospital in Gujarat, Mentor-CPD CEPT Uni Gujarat, to name few. He is Wealth Management and Investment Analyst for African Continent. Now Honorary Secretary General and Advisor for National Federation for Women's Organization. He has been in public domain with people with the process of development, planning and execution of policies for the government. His association in government is more than 35 years. It's a pleasure to welcome Dr. Dinesh Brahmbhatt to our show Amazing Mentor. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Welcome.
It's my pleasure. So tell us, how was you as a student?
I was born in western part of India, Gujarat. It was a coastal city, Goga in Bhavnagar district in Saurashtra region. Childhood was very playful, good, exciting, with a lot of places to visit because of the government job of my father. And it gave me a vivid impressions of the life around me. It was a good experience.
Tell us about your educational background, schooling and higher education.
My childhood passed in a village, maybe 5,000 population, and primary education took place in that village only. Thereafter, I came to Bhavnagar for higher education. High school education was completed in Bhavnagar, and my college was in Amreli district, next to Bhavnagar district, because my father was a police officer. Because of the transferable job, we were transferred from Bhavnagar to Amreli. I did my graduation in Amreli.
So any particular childhood memory that you would like to share?
Nothing more, but while overacting with the crackers, I was burnt and hospitalized. Then I was rusticated from the high school for mischievous activities, and thereafter they proposed me to attend all 11th class for a week. But thereafter they decided that he is one of the brightest student of our high school, so let us pardon him. And it was okay, nothing very specific.
So tell us, what were your interests and hobbies?
I was interested in the wildlife, playing with the dogs, cats, birds. So those were my interests. Reading was one of my good interests. So it gave me a very wide perspective of what is happening around us. I used to read whatever is available. That was one thing that helped me a lot.
So as a child, what was your dream profession?
Yeah, I wanted to join the police department because I grew up and my surrounding was police headquarters, police station, police environment. So naturally, I was thinking of joining Indian Police Service. And before that, I thought of joining state police also after my graduation. But somehow I couldn't.
How did the journey to become IAS started?
Incidentally, so happened that I was topper in the university in the economics with 65%. Still difficult to crack the record. Still it is same. So I was selected by Government of Gujarat to join IAS training program coaching classes in Ahmedabad. I came to Ahmedabad, I started the classes and found that English is a major weakness for all Gujarati students, and I was one of them. But somehow I managed and I started learning the classes as well as the language. And fortunately enough, I had good South Indian students who helped me a lot, and I learned English as a child without help of the grammar. And that was a good turning point, I say. Reading, learning the English language, to be with the students of those who were aspiring for IAS and IPS. And in that process, again, I joined some financial corporation, Government of Gujarat, as clerk. I again topped that list. And my officers and colleagues were so sympathetic that you being a university topper, you being a nice boy, why don't waste your time in the clerical activities? Run away as fast as it is possible. So again I started Gujarat Public Service Commission examinations and Tehsildar ki exam aayi. So I was again topper in the state, class 2. And meantime, I appeared for Gujarat Public Service Commission Class 1 examination. My choice was DYSP, Deputy Superintendent of Police. As usual, I wanted to join khaki uniform. So fortunately enough, you can imagine, again the topper. I was topper among 9,500 candidates. But my dream of joining police department was difficult because it was reserved for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. And the secretary of the commission told me that though you are topper, you have given your choice for the police job also, but since it is reserved, you are selected for district register cooperatives. And my journey in the cooperative sector started accordingly. For 22 years, I was with the cooperative department in the state department, but that gave me a different outlook, variety of jobs, versatile activities, and meeting the political people, meeting the political leaders, because cooperative is basically a footstep of the political activities. So it was a very nice experience.
So tell us, what were your achievements in Gujarat Milk Marketing Federation?
I was on the board of Gujarat Milk Marketing Federation, now a 75,000 crore turnover, Amul. I was with different committees of NDTB. I was once chairman of Gujarat State Cooperative Marketing Federation, major cooperative corporation in Gujarat, dealing with the farmers related activities, fertilizer, insecticide, pesticide, grains, this, that, so agro processing. Fortunately enough, when I joined, the turnover was around 300 crore in 92. When I left after 1.5 years, it was 550 crore. So officers of the Tata Exports came from Mumbai to meet me. How a government officer can do the business? I told them that this is not the prerogative of the corporate sector. Even given a chance, we can also do something.
So what was the first step in your IAS journey?
In 2000, again I joined IAS. The government sought nominations from different departments. Around 400 officers applied for the 2 posts. There were 2 posts. So out of 400 shortlisted candidates were only 40. So I was worried what to do. But I was committed and determined. And I started preparation so well that before I joined IAS, I started giving lectures to the IAS students in SPIPA, Sardar Patel Institute of Public Administration. So I was little apprehensive, but I was praying to God that give me a chance, and given a chance, I will try to do something good for the people. Fortunately enough, at least I got the call. Out of 40, so 400 to 40, 40 to 10 candidates were called. Chairman UPSC came to take interview because it was a nomination, no written test. So all 10 candidates were there. I was also there as a timid candidate. And things started auspiciously. He asked me few questions, and one question leads to another question of my choice. So that is what I have learned from coaching experts like you. They taught me like that. And fortunately enough, again, Mr. Gaurav, I was topper in that selection also. The UPSC chairman told the committee members, including Chief Secretary, Revenue Secretary, Development Commissioner, a representative of the Government of India, Department of Personnel, that we are selecting this candidate. Now 9 candidates will compete for 1 post, and hence I joined IAS. And thereafter, journey was very smooth with onset of Narendra Modi as Chief Minister of Gujarat State. He became Chief Minister in 2001. I joined IAS cadre in 2001, and fortunately enough, I was in Gandhinagar as District Development Officer. And again, I led him to oath ceremony.
So how has been your journey as an IAS officer, and which designation have you worked on?
I was a district development officer Gandhinagar for some time. Then he transferred me to district development officer Ahmedabad. Then collector Godhra after riots, Gujarat riots. I was transferred to collector and district magistrate in Godhra. For 3.5 years, it was a very tough job, very tough. But that gave me best collectors award. And these two postings gave me award of best district development officer in the state. And thereafter, municipal commissioner, collector Valsad, then sometime municipal commissioner, deputy in Ahmedabad, disaster management authority, this, that, and thereafter municipal commissioner Rajkot, secretary to government of Gujarat and retired. But again, it was not enough. So the high-powered committee appointed me as member RERA Gujarat, Real Estate Regulatory Authority. You talked about few assignments as an advisory capacity, but recently ASSOCHAM, Associated Chambers of Commerce and Industry in New Delhi, they have requested me and I am advisor to ASSOCHAM also. Karnataka Infrastructure Development Corporation, they requested me to help them as Chief Economic Advisor, and I am also advisor to Karnataka Infrastructure Corporation. It's a government-owned corporation, and this is the story. I am also honorary country advisor to some South Korean infrastructure company. I am visiting South Africa for 9 times. I have visited after retirement. And again, next month I may be visiting Nigeria and Ghana. So this is the journey.
So how is your life post-retirement?
After retirement, I am serving the cows, Gir cow, the world famous breed, the number 1 breed in India, Gir cows. And I have a good farm in Gujarat. I'm enjoying the rural life, happy with the life, very comfortable. And friends like you are calling me, meeting me. I am equally busy with many more assignments, but I don't accept any private job. If it is government with 1 rupee salary, it is okay, but no private job, only advice.
So you have a wonderful journey from a notorious child to toppers in each and everything.
Yeah, it was a notorious period. Very, yeah, you are correct.
So now basically, apart from the journey which you have led and its all prime position, what were the challenges in your journey as an officer?
Okay. In Gujarat, the public administration is more or less very systematic, and the values they hold are continuous with the different governments. So during government jobs, there was no problem. I was able to tell the minister that this is not possible, and why this is not possible, they were always in agreement with me. See, the communal riots were a big challenge before us to take control of those. Government ordered us that do whatever you like, but control the riots, and we did it. And in Gandhinagar, see, I have faced 2, 3, 4 incidents in my public life that reminds me that, okay, you are successful because you have done this. I will tell you one by one in very shortly. During riots, in a village near Gandhinagar, I could save 337 minority members from 70 burning houses. And this was one of the, God gave me an opportunity to help those people. Seeing 70 houses burning and evacuate 337 people from among the rioters was not a small thing. I had only one armed constable with me, and I told him that you don't come with me. I entered the mob. I talked to them, convinced them, evacuated people, but it was a very difficult and dangerous job. But I was satisfied that I could do something for the innocent people who were otherwise destined to death. Second, when I went to Godhra, the most important responsibility before me was to maintain the law and order and control the disturbing elements. And that I could do. 107 difficult persons were sent to jail under PASA. You know PASA? Prevention of Antisocial Activities. That is a Gujarat Act. Very tough. Without first 6 months, they will not be allowed to file the petition also. So this was a deterrent element and deterrent act in Godhra. And second, the illegal cutting of cows was rampant in Godhra. That was 100% stopped. Around 1,000, more than 1,000 cows were saved by me. I was in the double capacity, collector and the superintendent of police both. So that is one thing. And in that process, when I was awarded best collector job, government gave me 31,000 rupees personal benefit, financial award. And second was 10 lakh rupees for the development of my region, my district. Wherever I like, I can use that money for public purpose. So in that process, a tribal family had committed suicide because he had no son and he had 4 or 5 daughters. So I settled that family. I gave my 31,000 to that lady, and I could see that their children are studying. Their lands were given back, which were snatched away by their relatives, and many more. उसके जो इन-लॉज थे उनको भी मैंने पेंशन, ओल्ड एज पेंशन दे दिया गवर्नमेंट की ओर से. That was one thing. An American tourist was robbed during general election of Lok Sabha in Godhra. On the day of polling, no, counting. On the day of counting, he was brought to me because his passport, camera, laptop, everything was snatched away by the miscreants. I thought this is the opportunity where I can shine the name of my country, our country. I gave him a ticket Godhra to New York from my pocket, and that was something which gave me a great satisfaction. Likewise, I continued with Municipal Commissioner. Modi Saab told me that since you are going as Municipal Commissioner, I told him what are my priorities as per your choice. He said, स्वच्छ भारत का कुछ कीजिए, स्वच्छ गुजरात का, and do something for long-term investment and infrastructure planning. और मैं स्वच्छता में इतना लग गया, राजकोट was selected as first 10 cleanest city of the country. बस ये रहा. फिर तो हमने सेक्रेटरी में 2 बरस प्रसार किया, इसमें भी काफी अच्छा काम हो गया, एंड आई एम हैप्पी.
तो पहला दिन, सो आईएएस बनने के बाद जब आप पहले दिन अपनी आईएएस की चेयर पे बैठे तो कैसा एक्सपीरियंस रहा?
या पहले दिन का एक्सपीरियंस था, इट वाज अ न्यू एक्सपीरियंस, न्यू फ्लेवर, people around us, and on the very first day, few national bird peacock died in a nearby village, and my first visit was to see why they died and now what is possible to prevent such recurrence. और गुजरात में ब्यूरोक्रेसी के प्रति लोगों का काफी सम्मान की भावना है, and if you do something, don't keeping your arrogance और your chair का जो है वो दिमाग में ना रखो, तो people will not forget you, people will remember you, people will respect you. तो ये respect मुझे जहाँ भी गया, I got it, still people remember me, and the first day was very good. I still remember the first day, very good. It was District Development Gandhinagar. So
tell us about your mantra to tackle politician and common man.
Whenever I have to talk to them, I will tell them that this is the scheme which will enable the last person of the society to do something in his life, or it will help to elevate him from where they are, and nobody can say no when you talk. गांधी जी ने एक बार बोला था कि जब भी आप पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में कुछ भी करो तो एक वो तावीज रखो अपने पास, सोचो कि इस रुपया में मेरे पास हाथ में है पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर की तौर से, तो इससे मैं कुछ भी करूं तो लास्ट पर्सन को क्या बेनिफिट होगा, ये सोचोगे तो आप कभी भूल नहीं कर पाओगे. यू विल नेवर फेल, एंड दिस इज व्हाट आई हैव केप्ट इन माय माइंड. मानो मैं जहां भी गया, मेरा अभी जो पूरे एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में मेरा जो एक इंटरेस्ट था वो वाटर कंजर्वेशन का था, एक ट्री प्लांटेशन का था, एक रूरल डेवलपमेंट का था, एंड टू डू समथिंग फॉर रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी. तो मेरे 2-4 ऐसे प्रोजेक्ट गोधरा कलेक्टर में ही भारत सरकार ने अप्रूव कर दिया और ये हो गया. और आज भी मेरा ट्री प्लांटेशन और वाटर कंजर्वेशन तो है ही है, कहीं भी मैं जाऊँ ये मेरे से होता है तो मैं जरूर कर लेता हूँ. इन October 21st, the newly elected president of Zambia, he invited me to come and meet him because आपके जैसे कोई बंदा थे जाम्बिया में इंडियन, उसने कहा कि आप साहब आप नए इलेक्ट हुए तो call that gentleman, he would be able to help you. तो फिर मैंने उनको बताया 70% of African population is without electricity. Wherever you go, around in every country, around 25 to 30% they can have the electricity, but no rest of. So I told him that energy, communication, connectivity is the base for economic development. आप ये करिए. तो उसने कहा कैसे हो सकता है? Zambia is surrounded by 8 countries, same condition, no lights. So I told him that this is the opportunity for you. पूरे border पर I will be able to help you for investment. I will bring the investment from India and other places. You allow them to set up their solar and hybrid projects. दिन को solar चलेगा, रात को wind चलेगी. तो मैंने उनको जो प्लान दिया, covering 8 countries, to supply the electricity to those countries after joining and entering into agreement with them. Investment will be by the Indian investors and power purchase agreement will be by the Zambia government. So without a rupee investment, they will generate electricity and they will sell it to the neighboring countries. So the difference of purchasing and selling was only 1 rupee per unit. And by that way, Zambia government could earn 64 million US dollar per year. This was what I have told them. And likewise, water management and irrigation system, I told him that instead of constructing a big dams, it's a mistake. Go for small check dams like India, everywhere. So it will save the land. It will be a decentralized system of water management. There will be no displacement of the farmers for the big dam, no irrigation department expenditure, recurring and non-recurring every year. And balanced hydro level will increase in the entire country. And they have so huge land that if they use only 2% of the land for soya ball, and if they export it to the China, then their entire petroleum bill, import bill of petroleum products will be equivalent to 2% use of their agricultural land. So he was amazed. But this is my interest: water conservation, tree plantation, helping the poor farmers, likewise.
So, as the Secretary Government of Gujarat, what were your roles and responsibilities?
I was looking after cooperation, fisheries, animal husbandry, and I was chairman of 2 government corporations, Gujarat Livestock Development Board and Gujarat Fisheries Development Corporation. So I concentrated again on creating infrastructure for poor fisheries people, fish farmers, creating chain of cold storages, safety devices. They do not cross the international maritime border and caught by Pakistan Marines. You know, Gujarat has the international maritime border, and once they cross, Pakistan army will catch them and put them in jail for years together. So this is one area. फिर infiltration होता है तो हमारा मरीन पुलिस स्टेशन का हमने होम डिपार्टमेंट के साथ कुछ इंतजाम किया. फिर फिश प्रोसेसिंग यूनिट्स करके फिशरीज को अच्छा प्राइस मिले उनकी कैच का, ये एक सोचा. फिर मैंने अगेन आई कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड ऑन गिर काउस. गिर काउ इज अ वेरी प्रेशियस काउ इन इंडिया नाउ. आपको ये शायद मालूम नहीं, आपको मैं बताऊं गिर भाई. Some 100 years back, the governor of Brazil sent few people as delegation to find out the best cows from India. They went to different states, but nobody gave them any cows or bulls. Why? Because they thought that Goras are killing the cows, so nobody will give them cow. So ultimately they came to Bhavnagar, my place. They met the king of that region, and he generously, with written assurance from the governor of Brazil, that we will not kill the cow and we will preserve the cow. They took away at least 20-25 cows and few bulls. And now if you search Google, Gir cows in Brazil, they have 3 million Gir cows. An entire Brazilian agro-economy, rural economy is based on Gir cows. हमारे शास्त्रों में जो कहा गया है कि गाय संस्कृति की और रूरल इकोनॉमी की बेस है, ये सही बात है. ये मैंने एक्सपीरियंस खुद से कर लिया. बहुत सी चीजें हो सकती है, तो उसका कंजर्वेशन के लिए मैंने स्पेशल प्लान बनाया. दैट वाज सो सक्सेसफुल that we received applications 600 times more than what the budget was allotted for giving assistance. So you can imagine the success of that project and scheme in government. So ऐसा मैंने रूरल डेवलपमेंट के बेस में आती है, ये सब रूरल इकोनॉमी को सपोर्ट करने वाली बात, ये सब मैंने करने की कोशिश की. एंड कोऑपरेशन में कुछ अच्छे चेंजेस लाने की कोशिश की. अर्बन कोऑपरेटिव्स मैनेजमेंट अच्छा हो, प्राइमरी एग्रीकल्चरल कोऑपरेटिव्स में सिस्टम डेवलप ठीक तरह से हो, उसका कंप्यूटराइजेशन हो, एग्रीकल्चर फार्मर्स को वेदर का एस्टिमेट्स और डेटा कोऑपरेटिव्स से थ्रू रूरल एरिया में अपने गांव में ही मिले, इस तरह से कुछ हो सकता है, ये भी हमने किया. तो ऐसा कुछ छोटे मोटे इंतजाम किए. इसमें 2 बरस हमारा खत्म हो गया और हम रिटायर्ड हो गए. दिस इज व्हाट आई कुड डू.
तो आपने कई डिपार्टमेंट्स में काम किया, तो व्हिच वाज योर फेवरेट डिपार्टमेंट एंड व्हाई?
Yeah, naturally my most challenging and thrilling experience was Collector Godhra, because it was only after riots and thereafter Municipal Commissioner Rajkot for 3.5 years. पूरा शहर को एकदम स्वच्छ कर दिया, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर का डेवलपमेंट किया, बहुत सी नई चीजें करने की कोशिश की. एंड मैं आपको बताऊं, ये स्वच्छता की बात दिल्ली तक पहुंच गई थी। अब आपने जब पूछा है तो मैं बता ही दूं। एट दैट टाइम मोंटेक सिंह अहलूवालिया वाज द डेप्यूटी चेयरमैन ऑफ द प्लानिंग कमीशन। उस वक्त प्लानिंग कमीशन था ना, नीति आयोग नहीं था। एंड हिज वाइफ तो ईश्वर अहलूवालिया वाज चेयरपर्सन, वाज हाई पावर कमिटी ऑन अर्बन डेवलपमेंट बाय गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया। सो कहीं से उनको पता चला कि एक मैवरिक टाइप का कमिश्नर है गुजरात में, वो अपने हाथ में जो आता है वो करके पूरे शहर को स्वच्छ कर दिया है। इतना स्वच्छ किया है कि गांव में कहीं भी आपको कचरा नहीं दिखने मिलता था। शी वाज सरप्राइज सिंस शी वाज चेयरपर्सन ऑफ द हाई पावर कमिटी। शी डिसाइडेड एंड शी कॉल्ड द चीफ सेक्रेटरी गुजरात कि भाई ये क्या है, कौन है ये लड़का। तो उसने कहा कि ये थोड़ा मैवरिक टाइप का जरूर है मगर काम बहुत अच्छा करता है, आप आइए और देखिए। एंड शी केम टू गुजरात, शी केम टू राजकोट, शी स्टेड देयर फॉर 2 days। उसने बताया कि मिस्टर दिनेश बताइए मुझे आप कैसे काम करता है। और उसने देखा कि जब मैं निकलता हूँ तो लोग काम छोड़ के कचरा कलेक्ट करना शुरू करते हैं दुकान में से कूद के। तो मैंने कहा देखिए इस तरह से काम होता है, हम तो इस तरह से काम लेते हैं। तो देन शी वाज प्लीज्ड एंड शी रोट हाफ पेज आर्टिकल पोस्ट कार्ड ऑफ चेंज। वो इंडियन एक्सप्रेस में उसकी कॉलम चलती थी, पोस्ट कार्ड ऑफ चेंज। तो पूरा आधा पन्ना लिखा कि राजकोट में इस तरह से काम होता है, व्हाई इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल टू डू इट इन अदर पार्ट्स ऑफ द कंट्री। तो ये दो दो पोस्टिंग्स काफी चैलेंजिंग थे, अच्छा रहा, एक्साइटिंग।
So as an officer, what do you love the most about this profession?
See, an IAS officer can change the course of future for his district, for his city. If you plan accordingly, आपका एक डिसीजन 20-25 लाख लोगों को अफेक्ट कर सकता है। आपका एक डिसीजन 20-25 लाख की अर्बन पॉपुलेशन को मदद भी कर सकता है और उनको परेशान भी कर सकता है। इफ यू गो फॉर क्लीनिंग ऑपरेशंस तो पूरा शहर स्वच्छ भी हो जाता है। और इफ यू सीट इन द ऑफिस एंड जस्ट रीड द पेपर्स एंड फाइल्स तो ढेर सारे कचरा गार्बेज पड़ा रहेगा और ऑफिसर्स विल रिपोर्ट यू सर एवरीथिंग इज फाइन, पूरा शहर स्वच्छ है और आप खुश हो जाएंगे बैठ बैठ के। मगर आई वॉज नॉट सिटिंग इन द ऑफिस। तो आपको शहर में रहना चाहिए या डिस्ट्रिक्ट में जहां भी काम करो, आपका एक डिसीजन से पूरे सिटी को असर होती है। देखिए मैंने गोधरा में ये डिसीजन लिया कि ई गवर्नेंस के तौर पर जो ई धरा केंद्र होते हैं वहां एक भी एप्लीकेशन शाम को पेंडिंग नहीं रहनी चाहिए। दे हैव टू डिस्पोज ऑफ आइदर वे, यस और नो। अगर ये पेंडिंग रहेगा तो कुछ ही लोगों को पैसे वैसे लेने की वो होगी कि चलो पेंडिंग रखो और कोई आएगा तो 2 पैसा ले लेंगे, मगर ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए। देन हजारों फार्मर्स, उनको अच्छा टाइम रहा कि उनका कोई पेपर्स चाहिए तो तुरंत मिल जाता है। फिर हमने लॉ एंड ऑर्डर का वहाँ इतना अच्छा बंदोबस्त कर दिया था कि पूरी रात पुलिस पेट्रोलिंग करती थी। हम भी कलेक्टर बन फिर भी एसपी के साथ रोड पर खड़े रहते थे। तो इलीगल चीजें जो रात को होती है वो सबको पता चल जाता है, एक ही दिन में पता चल जाता है कि रात को यहाँ निकलना बहुत तकलीफ वाली बात होती है, पुलिस हमको एकदम परेशान कर देगी पकड़े जाएंगे। तो ये सब बंद हो गया। तो इससे क्या होगा कि बहन दिकरी हमारी लड़की जो सेफली मूव कर सकती है, व्यापारी अपना बिजनेस ठीक तरीके से कर सकता है, किसी लोग को एक अश्योरेंस आ जाता है कि भाई एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन हमारे साथ है, तो इससे बहुत काफी फर्क पड़ता है। तो मेरा ये मानना है कि एक आईएएस ऑफिसर का एक डिसीजन अच्छा हो तो पूरे डिस्ट्रिक्ट या सिटी को भी बहुत अच्छा रहता है। एंड एज सेक्रेटरी, if you are planning for the entire state for a particular subject, then again same thing applies कि पूरे स्टेट के पर्टिकुलर सेक्शन को अच्छा रहता है। if you are agricultural secretary and if you think that drip irrigation is must, तो सोचिए क्या चेंज आ जाएगा। देखिए जो मैंने गिर गाय की जो स्कीम बनाई थी उसमें 2-4 चीजें ऐसी डाल दी कि if anybody wants to get financial support and subsidies for Gir cows conservation program, at least 20 cows should be there. But not only cows, he has to do drip irrigation. He has to go for biogas plant. So it will generate methane gas for cooking purpose. And it will also, the slurry है वो organic fertilizer बनेगी। तो एक में से 3 काम बनेगा। 3 कंडीशन डाल दी उसमें। Those who are getting financial support, they must go for drip irrigation. So पानी का बचाव होगा। They will go for biogas plant. So गैस जनरेट होगा और उनके फार्म में या गौशाला में कुकिंग गैस मिल जाएगा 24 hours। और उनकी जो स्लरी निकलती है, दिस इज द बेस्ट फॉर्म ऑफ ऑर्गेनिक फर्टिलाइजर। तो 3 चीज हो गई। एंड 4th was solar. All programs were flag programs of Government of Gujarat. So I included all important programs in one scheme. So पूरे गुजरात में ये स्कीम चली, बहुत से लोगों को लाभ मिला, ड्रिप इरिगेशन बढ़ा, सोलर का यूज बढ़ा, बायोगैस का बढ़ा, और ऑर्गेनिक फर्टिलाइजर में अभी गुजरात इज लीडिंग लाइक सिक्किम एंड अदर प्लेस. गुजरात इज अ प्रोग्रेसिव स्टेट विद प्रोग्रेसिव फार्मर्स. तो ये सब छोटी छोटी बातें हैं, सोच है जिंदगी.
So what advice would you like to give to new officers?
मेरी तो क्या राय है, मैं ये चाहता हूँ कि अभी द कंट्री इज एंटरिंग इनटू ए न्यू फेज, ए फेज ऑफ डेवलपमेंट, encouragement, enthusiasm, exposure to the world market and world economy, वर्ल्ड पॉलिटिक्स, और देश का नाम अच्छा हो रहा है. एक इंडियन पासपोर्ट की कीमत बढ़ गई है, कहीं भी जाओ, मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है. क्योंकि मैंने जब जाम्बियन प्रेसिडेंट से बातचीत की तब उसने भी नरेंद्र भाई का जिक्र किया कि आपके प्राइम मिनिस्टर बहुत अच्छे हैं. तो ये कोई छोटी बात नहीं है. अफ्रीकन देश में कभी इंडिया की प्रेजेंस इतनी अच्छी नहीं थी. तो हमें लगता है कि जो ऑफिसर नए हैं उनको देश की शान बढ़ाने के लिए काम करना चाहिए. एंड वॉट एवर दे डू, ऑलवेज थिंक ऑफ द लास्ट पर्सन ऑफ द सोसाइटी, कि हमारे डिसीजन से सबसे पिछड़े हुए आदमी को कुछ होगा फायदा, उसका कुछ अच्छा होगा. ये रखेंगे दिमाग में तो काफी अच्छा काम होगा. And now India is entering into a new phase. We are going to into a phase where we will be a developed country in next 25 years. तो ये तो बहुत अच्छी बात होने वाली है ना. हमने जो बेस तैयार करने की कोशिश की तो अभी इन लोगों का हाथ में है. तो ये लोगों को इस तरह से देखना चाहिए. ये छोटी छोटी चीजें जो एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में लोगों को परेशान करती है, उन सब में टेक्नोलॉजी की मदद से ऑनलाइन कर देना चाहिए. सब कुछ पब्लिक इंटरफेस जितना भी कम हो, इतना करप्शन कम होता है, इतना डिले कम होता है. देखिए, आपने और हमने देखा है कि जब रेलवे में टीटी जब टिकट देता था तब करप्शन और डिले और रिक्वेस्ट करके हम लाचार हो जाते थे. साहब दे दो टिकट दे दो, पीछे पीछे पूरा लोग दौड़ते थे. फिर ये टेक्नोलॉजी आई, अब आप एप्लीकेशन करो, आपकी वेटिंग में है टिकट, तो इमीडिएटली वंस इट इज कंफर्म, कंप्यूटर को पहचानता नहीं है कि ये गौरव भाई है या ब्रह्मभट्ट है, उनको टिकट देना ही देना है. आपके मोबाइल पर कोच नंबर आ जाएगा, टिकट नंबर आ जाएगा, कौन सी बर्थ है, लोअर है या ऊपर है, वो सब कुछ आगे आ जाएगा. Nobody can interfere. TT has no role now. This is what technology can do. तो टेक्नोलॉजी का जितना भी उपयोग करेंगे ये लोग, तो उतना गरीब लोगों को और सामान्य लोगों को बहुत अच्छा रहेगा. ये बस वो 2-3 चीजें मेरे दिमाग में है कि ऐसा होना चाहिए. और पर्यावरण की सुरक्षा के लिए बहुत बड़ा काम कर सकता है, तो ये भी देखना चाहिए. जितना भी हो सके पर्यावरण के लिए कीजिए. स्टीफन हॉकिंस ने बोला था कि अगर आप केयरफुल नहीं रहेंगे तो विद इन 600 years दिस पृथ्वी या अर्थ विल बी अनलिवेबल. बट नाउ the estimate is revised. If you don't act now, in 40 years you will see the result. और देखिए चारों ओर क्या हो रहा है. उत्तराखंड में, दिल्ली में चारों ओर पानी पानी. कनाडा में आग लग रही है जंगलों में. ग्लोबल वार्मिंग की वजह से समंदर ऊपर आ रहा है. तो थिंग्स विल बी वेरी सीरियस इन द डेज टू कम. तो इसमें हमारा छोटा रोल जो भी हो सकता है वो हम करेंगे तो अच्छा रहेगा गरीब लोगों के लिए. ठीक है.
So what would you like to say to graduates who are just entering professional world?
वही कि टेक्नोलॉजी उनके पास जो है, उनके पास जो नॉलेज है जो हमारे पास नहीं था. अभी देखो ना, ये रिकॉर्डिंग और ये एप्लीकेशन सेट करने में भी मुझे काफी दिक्कत हो रही थी. तो दे आर एक्सपर्ट एंड दे आर वेल वर्स्ड, एंथुसियास्टिक. तो उनका जितना भी उपयोग हो सके करके पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को अच्छा बनाने की कोशिश करें और स्मूथ बनाने की कोशिश करें, जिससे लोगों की श्रद्धा पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में बढ़े कि चलो हमारे लिए कोई है यहाँ देखने के लिए, सोचने के लिए, हमें मदद करने के लिए. कोई भी आदमी को देखो, पुलिस स्टेशन जाना है या गवर्नमेंट ऑफिस जाना है तो ही विल हेजिटेट. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. वहां जाके फ्रेंडली रिसेप्शन मिले, अच्छा कोऑपरेशन मिले, ऐसा करना कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है. बट दिस इज इन द हैंड्स ऑफ द अपकमिंग ऑफिसर्स, अपराइट ऑफिसर्स. तो आपको ये मैसेज उनको देना चाहिए कि कुछ भी करो, गरीब लोगों को दिमाग के सामने रखो, आंखों के सामने. बस यही मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है.
तो लास्ट क्वेश्चन, अगर मैं आपसे बोलूं कि अपने आप को एक लाइन में डिफाइन करिए, तो वो क्या एक लाइन होगी?
मेरी तो क्या यार बात करूं मैं. थिंक ऑलवेज पॉजिटिव, डू ऑलवेज पॉजिटिव, एंड डू एवरीथिंग इन सच अ वे दैट विल हेल्प योर फैमिली, सराउंडिंग, सोसाइटी एंड अल्टीमेटली द कंट्री. एंड थिंक ग्लोबली. Whenever you do something, think that we are one family in the earth, on the earth. बस यही है, इससे ज्यादा कोई मेरे पास नहीं है.
So thanks so much for your precious time and sharing your life journey and advices on our show. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. So nice of you. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks. Thanks for watching Amazing Mentor. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button to get regular updates. Thank you very much.